As the Bitcoin price continues to fall, is it possible that BTC is setting up right now for another potential capitulation-esque drop down into the $3,000 region? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss Bitcoin and the action inside the chart right now. My friends, this dump should come as no surprise to you if you are subscribed to this channel, because day in and day out, it's been Don Carbaraccio who's been pointing this out, showing you the potential Adam and Eve bearish double top, showing you the potential bearish divergences across the RSI and MACD histogram indicators, showing you that death cross on the one-day time frame. And now, my friends, since this dump did in fact occur, it's actually time now to start discussing not only micro targets of where this could bounce to and potentially look to regain some bullish momentum, but my friends, if we lose the potential micro support regions, in my opinion, we have to start really looking at the possibilities here of where Bitcoin could dump down to, and is there any technical analysis evidence inside the chart to back up a potential target region. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Now, like I've stated in the introduction, my friends, I have been nailing this trend to the wall right now, my friends. You already should know, but I'm going to show you again right now. I've been looking at this for days, my friends, and I actually wound up opening a Bitcoin short position at 6,609. This was my VIP alert. You see all of the reasons for my short: the Adam and Eve double top, bearish divergence RSI and MACD histogram, potential momentum building on the Heikin-Ashi, a potential swing high resistance at the 0.618 fib, declining volume and ascending price leading to a volume divergence and a potential rising wedge. Shout out to my VIPs. You guys know I posted this for you in real time as I entered my position. Let's get this crypto. If you want to see all of my trade setup ideas and alerts just like this one, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Okay, so now the cat's out of the bag, right? We've seen now that this dump has surely taken place. So now we have to start looking at the potential areas that this could reverse back to the upside, okay? For me right now, my friends, it's got to be this area here, the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement targets of this micro swing, right? From the wick low to this wick high. This, my friends, is the area of the honey hole. And more importantly, I really do like this area because the wick here is so low that we see that the majority of the trading action actually took place within this range. And this range is, this is the honey hole, right? So not only do we have the fibs there, but we have a ton of micro consolidation in this range, which could help act as support if Bitcoin does test back down into this region. Now, things to consider here from a more macro perspective. We got rejected exactly where you would expect a rejection to take place in a bearish macro trend. This red rectangle here, my friends, is not here for no reason. This is the area that the Don pointed out that we have so much historical price action confluence that if this is going to become an even more bearish macro market than it already has been for 3 years on end, my friends, this box would surely possibly become the new potential bearish macro ceiling. Just as the macro ceiling of the bear trend was created up here, same type of deal, my friends. Now this may potentially become the bearish ceiling where Bitcoin struggles to get up, retest, and we continue this large macro descending triangle, bearish pennant, however you'd like to look at it. It's possible that that is what's being built right here, right now. And my friends, what we have to understand here is that this type of rally here is called a reaction rally. And it's what you get after a massive capitulation. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, does this ring any bells when we go back all the way to 2017 here? Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. We got all the way up to 20,000, then whoops, all the way down to 11,000, right back up to 16,000, wrecked again, back up, and then, my friends, the whole way down, right? Capitulation, whoop, capitulation, whoop. You see all sorts of these things, my friends, all the time. And this, in a bear market, shouldn't be being looked at, in my opinion, from somebody that's looking at the macro trend. These little reversals have to be taken with a grain of salt because you have to keep the structure of the trend in mind. Sure, little James, I get it. Your little Bitcoin recovered quite a bit from that capitulation. And you thought because you were hodling that, oh, Kirby, you see, the bottom's in. Now we're going to the moon. Little James, if you want to fly around on your little spaceship, my friend, you want to fly around on the little spaceship? Oh, Kirby, look at me, I'm floating around in my spaceship. You can keep playing those games, little James, with your 0.1 Bitcoins. But when Don Carbaraccio is looking at the macro trend, I saw absolutely nothing here. Nothing that was going to provide me with evidence that the bulls had regained control of this market. In fact, it was quite the opposite, that we were testing up into this potential resistance range. The indicators continue to look more and more bearish by the day. A flush 50 and 200-day moving average death cross right there. It's rare, but we got it, ladies and gentlemen. Rare, but we got it. And right now, this trend to me is still showing signs that there could be further room down. Still got room to go on the daily RSI, right? Not oversold by a large margin at this point. Still in the green here on the MACD histogram, right? If we look at the weekly time frame, we bounced off the oversold condition. Still could definitely test back there now. My friends, in terms of these metrics here, I mean, especially looking at the weekly moving averages here as well, I mean, still flush below the 50 on the 21, not even anywhere near at this point. And we know that Bitcoin, when trading underneath these, has tended to, at times, move very far away from them. I mean, let's actually just switch this to the line chart for now. We're going to switch on our, we'll leave the 50 and the 21 here. And at times, my friends, in very bearish conditions, we could see that the price action strays far from these lines, right? Back here as well, we've seen that there's a tendency to stray far away, and it appears that we could be doing something like that right here, right now. So if you still follow what I'm saying here, the bulls need to show up inside this range right now, between 4,800 and 5,200. If the bulls cannot hold this region right here, right, which, to be quite honest with you, I just don't see the highest probability for that to happen at this moment. Could it happen? Sure. Does it look more probable to me than not? Absolutely no. The thing for me right now is that this looks like a bearish reaction rally rolling over. If we test back down into this region, my friends, at that point, you have to start hoping that the long-term trend starts to build bullish consolidation within, the range here between basically 4,000 and 6,000, because what you would really want here is that this low cluster from our prior capitulation is now built upon as a higher low, right? That you could start to possibly build something like this in the future, that then the bearish ceiling being broken would turn into then possibly a bullish support in the future. Just like this support turns into a new ceiling, you would hope that that does the same later on, if you catch my drift there. But my friends, if that level is lost, What we really have to start looking at then, okay, let's get rid of this now. That's the micro view, okay? If that range is lost, my friends, we have to start looking at this trend as a potential complete bubble pop, right? And the bubble popping, we have to come into the idea that maybe this $3,000 low after the blow off top from 20,000, maybe that wasn't the low. This whole thing here may have just been a reaction rally in a bear trend, right? And if that is in fact the case, well, where could the next target possibly be? So what we're going to do for this is going to pull up the weekly time frame. You see, we have our last peak of the prior bull market there. We have a consolidation on our way up, which when broken started to lead to the most parabolic advance of the whole move. And when we use our Fibonacci retracement, my friends, okay, let's actually get rid of this here. And let's pull up the Fibonacci retracement of this move here from the low at 3,000 to the top at 14,000. My friends, I want you to be very well aware that right here, we have our 1.618 golden Fibonacci retracement right there at 1,234 on my chart, directly coinciding with this region right there. Look at that confluence. You can't make this stuff up. Leave a thumbs up right now on this video if you see this, my friends, because this is absolutely unbelievable. And if we were to lose the support at the $3,000 region, I see no other target in here. I mean, look at it. It's clear sailing in there. I mean, sure, the bulls could build a new support randomly somewhere there, but if we're looking at historic price action, my friends, this certainly becomes the level of interest for me around $1,234. Let's get this crypto. Now, before that, let's discuss the possibilities here of if we do drop below these levels right now, because we need to really understand what's going on here in terms of a micro view as well. I mean, I've discussed a lot of it, but I want to discuss more in depth, okay? But if you are just tuning in right now, my friends, I really would appreciate a thumbs up. It so helps the algorithm. So if you could leave a thumbs up here if you appreciate this content, and if you could leave a comment as well, anything. Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate it, Kirby. Get wrecked, Kirby. The comment really helps the algorithm. I really would appreciate it, my friends. And if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and when it pulls up the options, select all. I post nearly each and every day with in-depth, realistic Bitcoin analysis. You're not going to find it like this anywhere else. So subscribe, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built. Sheesh. So, as I pointed out for you guys right now, I am in a short trade right now, and this is what I want to discuss, okay? Let me pull this up again here so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Again, this is my VIP trade setup idea and alert that I posted, okay, for my VIPs. If you want all of my alerts like this, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. So you guys see that I entered a short right there at 6,609. And right now, I'm letting this ride with a trailing stop loss strategy. So I'm already, my stop loss is already at break even. Okay, so, theoretically, I can't lose except, maybe slippage or something. But I'm going to continue to move my stop loss down with this trend. As right now, although the take profit points for me here, theoretically speaking, if we drop that low, definitely fall into that honey hole region here I was showing you guys between the 0.618 and the 0.5 Fibonacci retracements of the micro swing. But the fact is that this to me doesn't really seem like it has to be the bottom, okay? And I don't want to prematurely wind up taking my profits in here if that is going to drop that low. And I'm actually going to play a trailing stop loss through there. And the reason for that is that, being rejected this harshly at a region which is so clearly a bearish rejection zone and then breaking down through here is such a confirmation that the bears are still just in absolute control of this trend, in my opinion. I mean, to just see a drop through the honey hole really would not surprise me, my friends, especially when you look at it here on the daily. I mean, we didn't have, much of anything, especially when you look on the line chart. It basically is just a straight line up, right? And I showed you guys this pattern as well the other day. It was a potential rising wedge, right? A bearish rising wedge. And the fact is, my friends, is that if this is going to wind up, just being a complete pattern break of this, I mean, it would be quite normal to even potentially test all the way back down to where the pattern began from, right? Let's get this crypto. So, I mean, low 5,000s doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility to me, although, anything can happen. And if we get that low, I think capitulation is a real possibility. And that's why I've labeled this video 3K target. It's more so the 3K region, because I don't see any reason why we couldn't possibly retest for a potential double bottom around 3.8K. Okay. Doesn't have to happen again. But the thing is that, I mean, this is just such a bearish rejection, my friends. And the fact of the matter is that right now, I think a lot of moon boys are going to start to give up here, right? Doesn't have to happen, but I think a lot of moon boys, especially the ones that drill you with bullish analysis day in and day out, you realize the only time these people are bearish is actually on the days that it dumps, right? And why is that? Because they know that their content gets way more views when they're bullish, my friends. And they don't ever want to show the possibility of a bear market, even though we've been in a bear market for 3 years, Stunad. Nobody wants to point out that we're in a bear market. But you know who points it out day in and day out? The Don. You know who doesn't get as many views on his channel because he speaks the reality of the situation? The Don. But you know who stays on top of this trend with an eagle eye, looking to crush it like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can, while these degenerates scream, 12K's the bottom, 10K's the bottom, 6K's the bottom, 5K's the bottom. You know who actually plays this market like a realist and not a moon boy degenerate hodler? It's the Don, ladies and gentlemen. Day in and day out, these moon boys, they cry, my friends. Little James comes on here. Oh, Kirby, I hope your short gets wrecked. Bitcoin's never going under 6,000 again. I really did have comments like that yesterday. With all of the bearish confluence in here, I still have comments coming in saying Bitcoin will never go under 6,000 again. I don't know where these people come up with that statement. I mean, what's in between their two ears, ladies and gentlemen? A peanut? Tap them on the head and dust poofs out their other ear. Poof. Like I stated earlier, my friends, these people, I don't know why they don't change their bias, but I guess that they just think that the fundamentals of the Bitcoin project dictate the price. This does not dictate the price. You think people looking to profit in this market care about fundamentals? No, my friends. They care about the heinous volatility. And that's why, unfortunately, Moonboy degenerates get wrecked the most, because everybody else around them is playing a game of taking profit and playing swings, and they're just buying and holding and hoping and praying. You understand? And that's why they get hurt the most, okay? Sure, you can lose a lot of trades. I mean, that's just part of the process. With trading, you lose trades, right? But when you win trades and you mitigate risk and you adapt your strategy, change it all around, my friends. The thing is that if you're able to identify a perceived edge in the market, I mean, you give yourself potentially a much better chance of success than just blindly hoping and praying that the fundamentals of a virtual currency, just barely a decade old, that's just going to wind up being the greatest thing in the history of the world of currency, or store of value. I mean, to me, ladies and gentlemen, I look at this market realistically, and that's why I told you already. Everybody was screaming how bullish this was here. Remember? Don't you remember, everybody? Cup and handle, and they all wanted to hold on to this cup and handle theory. A cup and handle, just so you understand, my friends, is completely negated after you get to a 0.5 on the Fibonacci, right? And that 0.5 was all the way up around 84.63 here on my chart. And I still saw people calling for a cup and handle below that range. Absolutely sick to me. Completely wrong. Then also you had the people shouting out that, don't you see, Kirby, it's going to be an inverse head and shoulders. What inverse head and shoulders? There wasn't even a bounce yet at this range, James. There wasn't even a bounce. Sure, if we were up here, you could be saying, look, Kirby, don't you see it's a potential inverse head and shoulders? Yes, James, I do at that point see it. But just because the price is dropping after a bearish double top rejection at a line of new historic bear market resistance ceiling, you can't start screaming inverse head and shoulders, bullish pattern in a multi-year bear market stew nod. I'm fired up here, and I just feel like, my friends, that this analysis on this channel is the realest you're going to find. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe now. Tick the little bell. Select all. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment, my friends, for the Don, okay? Because as these Moon Boys continue to take that trip to Rect City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler, you best believe that it's Don Carbalaccio looking to crush this market and get this crypto. My friends, I'm sitting in an absolutely juicy short position right now. As I've stated, if you want to see all of my trade setup ideas in absolute real time to the absolute second that I enter, exit, look to take profit, etc., I'm posting all of this now for you exclusively around the clock in VIP. If you are not already in my VIP, my friends, sheesh, today is truly the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. My friends, there's two types of people in this market. One, those that do the crushing, and unfortunately, those that get crushed. So my friends, that being said, the choice on this market, the way that you look at it and choose to operate, that choice is ultimately yours, right? It just depends how you see it. So that being said, I will see you all in VIP right now. I will be posting all of my further trade setup ideas as I tentatively look to crush the market further. Right now, this trend to me is going exactly as forecasted. I mean, it's beautiful when the technicals get respected. You know, they don't always, but this is an absolutely beautiful reversal here from a point in the trend where we would expect a reversal. And right now, I'm just sitting and waiting, cool, calm, and collected. I'm going to continue to monitor my position here, and I'm going to be looking for new positions to enter as well, which I will keep you updated with exclusively in VIP. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. If you could, my friends, leave that thumbs up, leave a comment, anything. Thanks, Kirby. I appreciate it, Kirby. Get wrecked, Kirby. Oh, anything, my friends. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate me. If you're brand new, once again, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all, because the Don comes at it with the realistic analysis day in and day out, not this Moon Boy hullabaloo garbaggio from these good-for-nothing ragamuffin degenerates. Sheesh. Okay, my friends. So until next time, I'll see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. The Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.